This is a training video for the Winning Digital Customers Idea Scoring Spreadsheet, and the basic idea of this tool is that you can use it to, in real time, enter ideas as they're generated, and then it will automatically score them for you based on a range of customizable metrics. And so to start, I want to go to this tab called Scoring Scale. And so you'll see here that on the left side, all of the metrics are laid out, and we have two separate categories here. We have impact items, which are basically good things that as they increase, the value of the idea increases, such as the importance of a moment in the customer life cycle or the frequency with which it impacts customers. As those metrics go up, you're getting a better idea score. Conversely, if you look at risk, cost, and confidence items, the more these go up, the more it hurts your idea. But you don't really have to worry about the mathematics of it as it's all set up here. But that's the general idea of the metrics. And we have preloaded this sheet so that each metric is holds the same weight in the final equation, but say you thought that confidence factor, meaning what your range of confidence around an idea is, let's say you thought that should be a little higher at 15%, you would just have to go to risk or something else and ensure that you take off that amount from it so that your cell here in B31 says 100%, as that means that all of your metrics are adding up to 100% so that your score will be proportional to all of them. So now to go back to the actual sheet where you'll enter ideas, as you can see, I've already filled in some examples here with some scores on the side, and there's a little bit of conditional formatting as well to let you know with colors at a glance if an idea where it lies in terms of really good, really bad, right in the middle, etc. And so I will just enter an idea here and just walk you through the process for how that goes. So let's say the idea is more personalized communications with customers. Now, I, of course, just for organizational purposes, want to put who came up with the idea, and now we move on to our metrics. And so if I'm talking about communications with customers, that's probably going to be pretty broad. So we can say that'll affect about 100% of customers. And so that's our first metric. That's really good and will really drive up the final idea score. Then we go to number 2, which is importance of moment in the customer life cycle. And seeing as this is describing just very general routine customer communications, we'll say these are less important in terms of the life cycle. Then 3, significance of benefit, we'll say moderate, as it will affect a lot of people, but it is nothing revolutionary. Then number 4, we'll look at who does it disproportionately impact, which is an important question because some things and initiatives that you would do affect your less valuable customers, and that's not as desirable as something that's really targeting your most. In this case, it really isn't slanted towards least or most valuable customers, so I'm going to say evenly distributed, right in the middle. And then frequency with which it impacts customers, that's going to be high. So I'll probably do constantly here. So now we'll move on to cost, risk, and confidence factor, which are the negatives here in that you want to be avoiding them. And again, the actual math of it doesn't really matter from your perspective, as the algorithms in the spreadsheet will take care of everything for you. But just conceptually speaking, this is the phase of metrics that we do not want to be part of our idea. And so for my idea here, I'm going to say the cost is small, not tiny, but small. Risk-wise, I'm going to say it's pretty low. And then I'm not totally confident about it, but I do feel pretty good, so I'll go for a 25% confidence interval here. And as you see on the right, that brings our idea score to 6.29. And it is a pretty rigorous scale. You see up here there's a 9, and you really have to be pretty sure in the idea and that it'll have a lot of widespread, really potent benefits to it. That's typically what's going to get you up into the really, really high 8 and 9s area. But here we have a 6.29, and that's a good score. As you can see, the metrics all on their own pose a pretty good situation for this specific idea. And so that is how to use the Winning Digital Customers idea scoring spreadsheet.